Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. Little bit of setup here while I'm getting online. What you're seeing here is a lot of BoHo. Well, not this. These are my painted ochre pods. I'm going to put hangers on them. But I'm going to work on slow stitch today. I want to work on my BoHo squares that Becky is doing a 6-inch square BoHo swap. Becky at Aunt Beck's Creations. So I want to work on that this morning, work on my own, and just do some miscellaneous things. I'm not sure how long I'll be on this morning. We'll see. We'll see. So good morning. Hi, Arlene. Good morning, lady. How are you this morning? Oh, I have been sorting and organizing, trying to get a little bit more organized. It's always a challenge, isn't it? It's always a challenge. Let me get into my stream over here on my laptop so I can welcome folks so that I can see them as they come in. You're seeing a lot of interesting stuff here. Let's see. I want to set my quality up from 480 to 1080, hopefully. And let's set the chat from top messages. Hi, Janet Nash. Good morning to you. I see this plastic is causing some reflection. Let me set my chat here. Chat filter to all messages. Hi, Brenda. Good morning, Brenda. Good morning, ladies. All you early birds. And looks like I might have a few out there up in the balcony. Are you still in bed up there? Did you drag your bed up to the balcony or last night? So I got out a little container to put ink pens in. They were all scattered over here. My desk is a constant, I don't want to say mess, source of inspiration. So I have some fabrics here that I thought I might use for BoHo. My BoHo, though, is getting pretty full. I thought I would do a BoHo, what am I talking about? Circles for my slow stitch, for my cover, slow stitch cover. So, I just don't know what I'm going to do with it all. Let's get out the BoHo piece that I'm working on for swap and work on that. I thought this might be nice on it, this little necklace that obviously I got it at Hobby Lobby for a couple dollars. So let me turn around here and get my BoHo squares. Ooh, it's warm in here. I'm going to have to fix it so that I can turn my fan on. Okay. So, let's keep this out, move these off my desk for now. Woo! Of course, I don't want to stay moved. My cart over here was piled sky high. Now it's only partially sky high. It's only up to the moon. It's not up to the highest heavens. Oh. So what do I have here? I still have ink pens and thread and a sponge, and this might be nice on it. Let's get rid of this. This one's still new. I want to keep my new ones out to where I know they're new. Okay. Take a breath, Mary. I've been up since 3:30, but you know. Hi, Cheryl. It's good to see you. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning, Cheryl. You're up early this morning. Brenda's here. Arlene is here. Janet Nash is here. Good morning, ladies. All right, so let's get out the piece I'm doing for swap. And I think I need to stitch on it. I've placed them. I've done some stitching here, but most of these are just pinned on, I believe. This is pinned on, this is pinned on. These I'm not sure about down here. But I want to go for this necklace. And I don't really want to break the... Looks like it was purchased and... or the tag was torn here or something and it was taped back on. That's probably somebody bought it and brought it back and didn't want it, and so they fixed it up and reduced the price, which is okay by me. Oh, maybe that was supposed to be cut there. No, I don't think so. Oh, this is taped down here, but this looks like original. I'm not sure how I'm going to do this. I might have to double it. Hi, Becky. Good morning. You love big flowers and the butterfly. Yeah. These two, I like these, but I'm not sure of them. I like my little daisies here. These two, I'm just not sure. I've got plenty as we go along. I really do need to get this finished so that I can send it out. I still have Allie K's, let me throw this away. Allie K's stitch piece to send out. I got it all ready to, yeah, see, I think I can just double this up. I'm thinking, now these are just pinned on. These are flat based. These pieces here are just pinned. I didn't bring in my pin cushion. Let's see if it'll go through this canvas here. I'm not sure about these pieces. I'm going to take them off for now. Yeah, I want to get this one sent, ready to send, so that when she assigns the partners, which I think she's going to do next week, Becky is here. She's going to assign partners. I was looking at some of the BoHo pieces in her group. They're beautiful. They're beautiful. I'll tell you, I was going to go to town yesterday. Emphasis on was going to. I got to sorting out my little cart behind me. Well, I've been sorting for the last couple days. It's just an unending job. And I have stuff. I pulled all the stuff off, well, not all of it, but most of the stuff off the desk behind me and put it in boxes. But those are things that I use quite a bit, or I'll put them behind me because I need to get at them or I want to get at them. And I have, you know, like tape, pins, stuff like that. You know, and I had a box of it and I want to put it on my cart, my little product cart. But my product cart has been sitting behind me, just stacked up with stuff. That's the only way to explain it. Just stacked up with stuff. And I wonder if I can take this chain off without... Oh, it's at the last one. Let's break... Well, I guess I could let it hang and hang something off of it. Does it have a clip down here? I could just let it hang and hang something off of the edge. I want to tuck these under, and I don't know if I need a crochet hook. And here's let's take this off. I think I have a crochet hook behind me in one of my little sewing containers that I brought in. Which one? This one? Hold on. Oh, the other thing I did is I got the last time I went thrifting, I got this big sack of thread. And it's crochet thread. And I had these spools that I got at one of the auctions. Now, they were empty. This one was empty. And I sat here winding one. I got 3 full. Well, there really were 5 in here. But this one, well, 4, I guess, not 5. This one, somebody had cut the ends. So what I'm going to do is wind this one for slow stitching, because those are pretty long threads that I can use for slow stitching. But these 3 are full skeins, or nearly full. I don't know if anybody's used out of or not. They're old Lily Daisy 100% mercerized crochet cotton, made in the USA. I don't know if this is still a brand. Well, it's Woolworth. So the label, they were purchasing these at Woolworth for $2 a piece. So I doubt that these are still made. But I sat there yesterday. It took me a couple hours to wind one of these skeins on here. And, you know, and I don't think I could put this on my yarn winder. The little socket in there is, I don't know if I could have put it in this way, maybe. I'd have to get out my yarn winder and see some way to wind that more easy. I don't think I could put it on my sewing machine. It's too. So I sat there and did that by hand. It took me a couple hours. But I'll be using this for slow stitching too. I was looking at it yesterday and said, I'll have enough of this to last me until age 99 if I slow stitch constantly every year. But I was just showing that to you. I wanted to get to my, I want to get to my crochet hook, which I think, is it down below here? No, it must not be this one. Hold on, I got a couple little trays. I saw Becky's little trays that she got at the Goodwill. I thought, oh, how convenient. Is it in this one? Oh, here's a needle. That might work. A big null needle. I thought I had a crochet hook in one of these little trays here. It must be this one. Yeah, it is. Hold on. Let me. This is how I roll. Although I did kind of sort this out. I got a Handy Hands, which is a tatting supply store online. And I got these little scissors. I don't want to pull them out because I pinned them in, which will fit in my little needle case here. So they're portable. Around here, you know, I'll use my regular scissors. I found all my little scissors while I was sorting yesterday. Not all of them. But, oh, I was getting down to the, and this, see, there's another pair of little scissors, tweezers. This little bag in here, these are my needle threaders that come with padding. This little basket in here I got from Lori Paint Girly, and I just put it in, put my stuff in there. And I'm reaching down for my crochet hook. Got it! And I keep these on the tray beside my recliner. Oh, I get all sorts of stuff in here. I got a little heart thing that I was doing for... Hold on. Well, let me put this back in here. And I think I have scissors out. Crochet hook, needle. Oh, I'll be reorganizing this several times. I reached for this little needle case. Ruth Lamb sent this to me. Bless her heart. I use it all the time. She says, Meri, I want you to use it. So there you go. This blue crochet thread doesn't belong in there. All right. The reason I got that crochet hook out, and welcome to all of you that have come in and are coming in. Hold on. I'm making a space behind me. Let's see who's come in while I've been. Arlene left a link to Becky's channel. Hi, Amber. Good morning, Amber. Good morning. Good morning. Let me refresh my chat so that I'm up with you guys. Hold on. It's good to see you. I did not get to town yesterday, so I'm using old dollar store glasses. I had to hunt them out. Part of my reorganizing. They're about ready to break too. What I broke on my glasses, well, I didn't break them. I just picked them up and the little screw fell out of the little piece over here on the frame. And my brother said, he said, if it's still in there, you know, sometimes it just loosens out and falls. He said, if I could find the screw, I could put it back together, but he couldn't find it. So I'm going to have to take them in. But I got sidetracked with my stash yesterday. All right, I'm down at the, hi, Rhonda. Good morning, Rhonda. How are you this morning? And Amber is here, and Cheryl, and Arlene. Arlene says, hello, everyone. It's so sunny outside. Stay so sunny outside. Stay moment yet. You will soon go out with my camera. Oh, you're going to go. Oh, who said that? Anina. Hi, Anina. Good morning, Anina. Anina has some sunny weather. Yeah, those old spools, those spools that I wound that thread on, they are fun. I thought of Becky because when I was doing it, because I was thinking of the thread manufacturers in South Carolina. You know, you see those pictures, and I think Becky took us to an old abandoned building that used to be where they made thread, I think. And I see pictures in the history books of children working in those thread where they made those thread, where they, I want to say manufactured it. I don't know if that's the right word, but I think they had some in South Carolina. And if I remember when Becky and Scott were out exploring, she took us to one of those buildings. She could tell us for sure, but I thought of Becky while I was doing it. Amber's here. She says, I do need some moving stuff around today because my craft storage area is a bit out of control. It's getting so I can't find stuff. Well, that's kind of like me, but I have a general idea where things are, but my problem is I know where it's at, but I have 10 things on top of it. And I don't really, you know, I don't have enough space for stuff, and I have a hard time getting rid of things because I have, you know, it's valuable stuff that it's not really that valuable. All right, I'm going to pull this necklace, hopefully, through these top, if I can get a hold of it here with my crochet hook. And this first one might be a bit of a bear, but it'll hold it tight once I get them through, if I can get them through. Yeah, it's going to be a bit of a bear. Those flowers are, well, I'm going to skip that one because it's, maybe I'll hook the last one through it. These, I think, will go through better. So good morning to all of you. Well, this isn't going to be as easy as I thought. Come on. I want wanted them to go through. And the little daisies are giving me issues. There. I'm going to have to pull the daisies through each. There we go. So I think I'm going to let this little chain hang, but I might have to take a stitch it to the side so it doesn't. And I'll put a charm or something on it, maybe a cluster. Now let me adjust my. I'm way over here to the side. My camera stand needs to be moved, and I can't move it anymore. So I'm going to wobble you guys a little here. Let me tilt my camera so it's a little bit more centered. And if I let go of it, now let's see. Now let me zoom in just a teeny bit so you guys can see it a little better what I'm doing. I know I'm giving you a bumpy ride. I'm giving you a bumpy ride. Hi, Mina. Good morning, Nina. It's good to see you. Can you believe your name is on the top of my tongue? It is Rhonda. Jinx is Rhonda. Amber says, I need a little craft house like Rosemary has. Yeah. Don't we all? There would probably be one available here. The convenience Rosemary has is it's across her yard, and all she has to worry about is the bad weather. I don't think there's a lot of empty, well, not a lot, but there are empty houses in this little town. But, you know, sometimes I work late at night, and I don't know if I would want to, even in this small town, deal with having to come back home late at night. Although probably be no problem, but you never know. I like coming from my living room to my bedroom. Of course, you could still use the other thing for daylight hours only, you know, the extra house and you know, get home before dark, and then you could still stream from home. But alrighty, I think I like that. So I'll take some stitches in there to hold this. I like that a lot. So I think I'm going to put this one back on, but I'm going to have to move it down. Now, this, I'm going to pull this chain, and yeah, I'm going to pull the chain through the last one here. Am I too far now? I might have to zoom out a little. Let me pull this chain. Let me find it here. And I'm going to pull the chain only through this single piece over here. Get in there. There. Whoops, I might have to do those daisies. Get in there. In a way, I like it that it's hard to get in because it'll be harder for it to fall out on its own. But getting it under here is a trick. There. Okay. Now, I want to put this one back on, but I'll have to lower it a little. And it's not quite centered because this is the center. But that's where it's going to be. It's going to be a little off center. Pin it back on. These, yeah, I guess I'm going to put these back on, but I'm going to do some stitching on here first. I'm going to take this one off. I'm not sure about it. I've got other stuff here. You just play. You play. Let me zoom out a little. I'm zoomed way in. At least you guys can see it, though. Well, I could. Let me zoom out a little. Don't want to lose that crochet hook. Hold on, I'm zoomed too far. Yeah. Is that a little better? Have to wait for me to catch up with me. Well, it's still in a little far, isn't it? My needle I pulled out. So I go back in my sewing stuff. Hold on, let me zoom out a little more. Out, Mary. And up. No, I want it this way. Getting my camera adjusted. So hard to do with a phone. Sorry, I'm giving you the jiggles. Let's try that. Oh no, I don't like that. Let my tablet catch up with me. There, I guess that'll work. I guess. So these I'm going to put back on after I stitch. So I thought I would do some French knots, some running stitch. Let's take this one off completely. And let's put some stitches in. And I have this embroidery floss. I have all sorts of stuff over here. No matter how much I clean, I still have stuff. Got a little boy here. All right, I need a needle, and I put my needle case back behind me. Penelope says, I have needles, Mary, but you don't have the ones I need. Woo! It's warm in here. Let's see, I think this one's fairly sharp. It's pretty long, though. Let's go for one of these. This may not work. We'll see. Ooh, I kind of like the back of it. And this is just getting so worn over here. All right. You separate my floss here. So I hope that you all are having a good week. We're at the weekend. I don't have my bifocals on, so I might struggle a bit here with threading the needle. We'll see. I need my real eyeglasses. I miss them. I miss them. I really do. I can still see with these, but it's not as easy. I got 2 strands here instead of 1. Let's see if I can do it. Usually you only want to pull 1 strand out at a time. It won't tangle as much. It won't tangle as much. See if I can get a hold of 1. It's being very stubborn this morning. Come on. I only want 1. It's always easier when you're offline. I think I have 2 there. And knot down here. Let's see if I can thread these two in my needle with no help. I do have my needle. Oh, I got 3. I've got 4. How many strands were on that? Oh, I think I put the 2 over here. Meri. I'm not going to pull those 2 apart. Let's see if I can thread this needle. I might need my needle threader. I'm going to get out my needle threader. I think I could thread it, but it'll take me some time. It'll be easier, and I've got them here behind me. Let's just use them. These are the ones that come with the tatty needles. I got me 2 extra tatty needles. I bought a Barbara Foster's second book. She's a tatting. She writes tatting. She's a tatting designer, but she also operates Handy Hands, which has all this tatting supplies. Hold on. Got to get the threader through the eye of the needle. Which is a trick in itself. Get in there. Meri, you should come online with your needles already threaded. No, not necessarily, because I like to see you. I like you to see me struggle. All right. I learned something from Katia from tatting. And she said when you thread your needle with the needle threader, don't just pull it, move it up and down. Kind of bounce it up and down as you pull it through the, and it goes in easier, and it really does. I never bounced it up and down. I learned that in the tatting class. We had a tatting class Wednesday. She was teaching us the basics of the true ring. And it's really interesting to, she's teaches us a lot of things that, and I had a conversation with her on Messenger last night where I learned a lot, straightened out some of my thinking. Some things I just wasn't comfortable asking online. Okay, now I've got my needle threaded. And do I want to do the French knots? So I've already got my backing on. This is my backing. I got some threads that hang in there. Let's put that over there. Let's do a couple French knots in here. See how I can. I'm not going to go through the backing. I think I can do it without the backing. Well, I want to knot it though, so let's go through. Let me think how I want to do this. Let me come through. See, this is how I grow. Let me come through this way and take a, I'm going to hide my thread under the backing here. I might need more. So I'm coming between the backing and the facing. And I want to make a knot on the back. So I'm going to hide my thread right in there. You don't really have to. I've got stitches here showing, but let's take a baby stitch here to make a knot. And you can knot the thread before you, but I always like to, you can knot the thread at the end of the thread, but I always like to make my knot like this. I generally do. So come through like that, make a knot. And now I can can do my French knots here. So I'm going to come through here, just any place in there. And I got all this stuff on there pinned on, so that kind of is going to interfere with my thread. But I wrap it 3 times and pull on it and put it back down through the hole. And I think I will go clear to the back because I'm not going to fool with it. And pull your needle through like that. I think I have 3. I feel like I've got 3 threads on this, but now this is a neutral thread, so it isn't going to show so much on the yellow, but it'll show here on these green leaves. And it looks like there's a white spot in there anyway. And 2, 3. You go back in as close as you can to your original stitch. I'm supposed to hold this thread tight. And I should take some of these butterflies and flowers off while I'm doing this, but there we go. Yeah, things are getting in my way. Let's do one over here. Becky says, I have to say, never be uncomfortable asking a question during a group event. As if you have a question, there will be at least one other person with that same question. That's true, Becky. Was there a question up above? Brenda says, if the ground is wet, move will be postponed. This project was supposed to be finished by New Year. She's tired of postponing stuff. Online tatting website. Their YouTube is also there. Thank you, Arlene. Yeah, I'm enjoying the tatting lessons this, I guess you could say, semester, this session. Katia is teaching them, and she went clear back to the basics. And so I'm able to, you know, when you're learning, and this is especially true for me, when you're learning, there's so much to learn that sometimes you miss some of the most basic stuff. And so it never hurts to go back to the basics, and you always pick up stuff you missed. And there was one thing about counting picots and double stitches, and I kind of didn't really pay much attention to it as I was learning, and it's been bothering me, and oh, I didn't get that. Some of my stitches here are going to have little, I guess it's okay. Let's put a French knot down here. But I agree with Becky. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Let's see what else is going on. Brenda says, Becky, I'm working on it. My woodworking tools, bandsaw, table saw, cutoff saw, drill press, etc., plus assorted hammers, screwdrivers, scrapers, planers, etc., have a home sewing and all things paper. Shh. I'm not sure what she's saying. Craft shed is supposed to be moved in place on the 19th. Then finished out with electricity, insulation, walls, and some built-in storage. Hopefully weather is good for 4 or 5 days. Well, gosh, Brenda, it sounds like you're getting a mansion for your craft area. That sounds pretty neat. I'm lucky to have a little 10-foot square. I might be 12-foot in here. It was a den. It's a den originally. And I'm thankful to have it, but I am seriously lacking in space, even though my brother built me 4 or 5 bookshelves, or he didn't build them, he put them together for me. They're Menards bookcases, but then I piled boxes in the path and I can't get to them, and that's what I was doing yesterday, was sorting out those boxes so that I can walk around in here. Can you see what I'm doing there? I've got 3 French knots, and I'm doing them on the green because this thread here is not going to show up too well. So I might do some other color thread. I'm thinking about the run-in stitches here. Let's get this out of the way. Let's see. Handy Hands. Thank you, Becky. Becky dropped a link to the Handy Hands for the tatting. Jennifer. Hi, Kitty Jen. Good morning, Kitty Jen. It's good to see you. Hi, Joyce. Anina's here. Joyce popped in. Cheryl's here. Rhonda, Janet Nash, Amber, Arlene, Mina. Good morning, all you ladies. Arlene, Janet. Hi, Joyce. They're saying hi to everybody. Kitty Jen. She says hi. This is where Brenda's talking about her craft shed. If ground is wet, the move will be postponed. Yeah, she's tired of the postponements. I don't blame you. I'd be a little wanting to get in there too. Brenda says, it will be exciting if it happens. I'm looking into hiring some of the finished work. Bo works 8 to 10 hours a day, about an hour and a half in the morning and 2 to 4 hours in the evening on the farm. Oh, man, he must come home tired. Oh, that's an interesting question. Kitty Jen says, I'm curious to know if anyone has ever tried jelly on Irish soda bread. I don't eat much Irish soda bread, but that sounds like an interesting question. Aw, Cheryl says, sometimes my shy gets in the way. Aw, Cheryl, hugs to you. She means shyness. Brenda says it could take off but he could take off. She's talking about her husband, but he doesn't like to. He has 16 weeks of time built up. He always says he wants to keep it for emergencies. Becky's saying good morning to everybody, but everyone. She says, I'm between rows. Becky must be crocheting this morning. Joyce said good morning to Becky. Becky said, I'm putting the blocks. I did not take long putting the rows together. Oh, your little hexie. Your hexie Afghan. Hi, Sherry Van. Good morning, Sherry. Good to see you. Brenda says, it's a mansion that's been going to happen for several years. She's talking about her new craft house. Bo is just seeing the necessity of my own space because there's every sort of craft item all over the place. And it gets on his nerves. Though I'll tell you, when I'm sorting, I kind of have boxes all scattered in the living room. But I make sure that I clear them out by the time my brother wants to watch TV. He goes to bed. He usually takes afternoon naps and everything, so I'm pretty free to sort stuff. But I know, I think in general, all the extra stuff around the house, when it's not organized. When it's organized, it's okay. But I finally... last year sometime, I had stacks of boxes out in the dining room because I was inventorying stuff. And I finally got all that cleared out to where it actually looks, well, not the living room, the dining room. So I have most of my stuff back in here. There's still stuff out there, but it's generally stuff that more recent stuff that I just got, and I'm needing to find a place for things. And I'm slowly getting there, but it's slow because I have to do several things at once. And I think he's more comfortable when I get that stuff cleaned out. Did you see what I did there? I untwisted my needle by holding it up in the air, holding that thread up in the air and letting the needle untwist the thread. I have one more stitch I'm going to take here. Now these little stitches aren't that noticeable, but if you take them away, you'll say, oh, they belong there. Just little French knots on the leaves of this flower. I don't know how successful that one's going to be, but we're going to do it right there. It's kind of off center. But this whole thing is sort of off center. I might have to put another one in there. Now let's put another one. Let me pull that a little tighter. I didn't get it. I don't want to undo it. Didn't get it. Well, like I wanted it. Let's put one. Let's put one right there. No. Up here? Yeah, up here. No. It needs another one, but I'm not sure where. I guess I'll put it right there and say, I unthreaded the stupid needle. What did I do with the needle threader? When I unthread that needle, when I'm pulling it, when I'm pulling on that thread, I just pull it right off right out of the eye of the needle. Let's see if I can do this without too much angst. So I got all involved in, let me, I get it in there. Sometimes that thread is, that wire is so tiny, I can't see where it's going. Find the eye. It's called slow stitching for a reason. And then I'm practicing doing what, and I think I have too much thread there. Let's pull it back a little. Doing what Katia said, and that's to move your little wire up and down as you're pulling it through. I'm on my last French knot. Maybe I'll put one in the center though. Hold on. I think I got 3 threads on this needle rather than 2. Whoops, pulled it off of the needle. My glasses are slipping down. I think I'm going to put off going to town till next week. I go today, but I'm going to stream tonight. And when I go shopping on the same days that I stream in the morning and the evening, I get tired. It wears me out. I'm getting old. So, and they won't be open tomorrow. The eyeglass place where I get my glasses is at the doctor's office. So I'll have to wait till Monday, but I think I can deal with these dollar store glasses. Now I'm going to come over in the center and do one over here in the center. If I can find the center. Yeah, it's hard to see. But I sure do miss my eyeglasses. If I lived right in town, I would just pop over there, but I have to make a special trip. I need to go to the post office. Whoops, did I don't want to unthread my needle. All right, now I'm going to come over, and I always say I get constellations on the back when I do these things because of how my thread travels. I'm going to come back under here up to the top of where that necklace is, and I'm going to tack that necklace in, but I'm going to thread my needle between the two fabrics again. And we're going to come way up here in the corner. And that'll use up some thread, but so I'm over here. So I want to tack this necklace down. I don't want to tack it on the fringe. Hold on. The cute little boho colors, the coral and green and white, really matched the fabric in the back of this necklace. Cute little daisy flowers. Now I want to tack it down. Hold on. Get my thread. Where is it? No, we'll tack it here. Get in there. Oh, my needle's being stubborn. There we go. Now, I want to float over here. So I'll be using up thread. And when I say float, I mean move my needle between the two fabrics. Right about into here. Ouch. I'm just going to tack it. See where I'm going. Right there. Down in there. I probably won't have enough thread to get clear across, but and then I want to move over to this space here. I'm getting, so I want to move over to there. So I'm going between the two fabrics. I think it's right in here. Right in here. And in there, I believe. Oh, let's catch the other one too. Well, we can come around this way. Well, now let's go down. Underneath. Where did you go, little thread? And come back in. Yeah, I'm not going to quite have enough. I think I can float over to here, but I'll have to do that corner one separately. Where's that again? Right there. Yeah. Right in there. And my arm wants to knock things off. No, come on, Meri. All right, I'm gonna, well, I might be able to do one more. Let's see if I can float over there. Float, Meri, float. Float over to the corner. Boy, it's gonna be tight. Get in there. No, unthread my needle at the very end if I'm not careful. There we go. My glasses keep falling down my nose. Where'd the loop go? I missed it. Let's do it again. Double knot it. Oh. I was going to hide that thread, but no, I'm not going to rethread my needle just to hide the thread. And I give Penelope my needle for a minute. Hold on to that for me, Penelope. Pull me by my hand, she says. I'm just going to clip it. All right. So now my beads are in there. And let's do, I did some French knots up there. Let's get a different color of thread. And do some running stitches. I'm going to put this up in here, but I want to do some more stitching. We're going to hang a little charm off of this chain that's hanging down here. It's got the little, no, it doesn't have a clasp, but just got a little end thing. I'll have to connect it on. I could, here's the clasp up here. I'll get it out of the way. The clasp is right here. I could put a charm on the clasp and break this chain off a little rather than try. I'm not a good jewelry with the needle nose and the little rings and stuff. I'm not good at that stuff. Let's see. I wanted to get a different color of thread. Let's see. I think a red thread would be pretty. All right. Yeah, that's an embroidery floss, 6-stranded embroidery floss. And let's just pull one out. And of course, you know how it goes. You always pull at the wrong one. Where is it? Is this it? No. This floss was dollar store, so you don't know what you're pulling here. I think it's this one. Somebody's pulled on it before. I'll have to wind that on a cardboard. Oh, I'm going to do running stitch, so I'm going to make it fairly long because then I won't have to stop and rethread my needle online. And separate my floss. This looks like it'll be a little easier to separate. It's hard to see though. 1 and come on. It's knotting down here at the bottom. I've got 2 there. Hold on, let me separate them. All right. Put this over here. I'll have to wind those up again if I don't use them. And get my 2 ends together here. So they're fairly even. It's easier to work if you're working on a light background. I'm just going to snip it. There. Now I'm going to use the needle threader again because it seems to take me less time, and I gave Penelope my needle. If I can find the... I've told it up. It's funny when you have trouble putting the needle threader through the eye of the needle. So lighting is my biggest problem. It's not that I can't see it, it's that the lighting is not good in here. Come on, I'm almost there. Probably should have a bigger eyed needle. I haven't figured out that little needle threader yet. I just haven't played with it. It wasn't working for me, that Doris one. I tried it online that day and got frustrated and quit. Said I'll thread them with my little hand needle threader. I'm sure it works, or something I'm doing wrong. All right. There we go. Now we're going to do running stitch. And I think I'll start them down here and work just around in there, maybe go up that way and do all of this gold with the red running stitch. And we'll see how that works. I'm going to start down here. K3N has me doing these running stitches. I really do like them. Oh, don't want to pull it clear through. Now I won't be able to see the red on the back, but I'll see it on the front, which is a good thing. What did I do here? I can't see my loop. Where is my loop? Well, I guess I pulled it through. No, is it there? No. Lighting's not good here. There it is. All right, now it's nice and tight. All right, so I'm going to start down here. Now, K3N cloth tails talked about she likes to do one stitch at a time. She said she doesn't like to load up her needle. That when I'm doing the running stitch, I kind of like to load up my needle. But I don't want to pull it. Let me pull this so that I don't unthread my needle as I'm pulling. I tend to unthread my needle. All right. So I'm going to load up my needle here. And I'm not consistent with the length and the spacing of my stitches. They are what they are. I think a lot of that comes with experience while you're stitching. They're not bad. They're not tiny. I don't claim to be one of those quilters who do tiny stitches. Oh, but I am going up here to this pinned flower. And when you load up your needle, you got to make sure that you leave the space around in there. Alrighty. Let me go back. Leave maybe about 1/4 of an inch between. Let's see how well I judged that. And I have found that when I load up my needle like this, and maybe one of the reasons why she doesn't, is as I'm loading, my needle tends to slant, and that's how I get a crooked line. So I'm working on not letting my point of my needle slant, but it wants to, as you're loading it here, let me just pull it through. And I should take all these other things off while I'm doing this. My thread wouldn't catch on them so bad. I might have stitched that down, which is okay. I'll just put it off to the side. I need my, come on, let go of it. Yeah, I stitched that little petal on. I'm going to pull it out. I should have pulled it off in the first place. Oh, the woes of doing this. And my glasses keep slipping down my nose. Well, I gotta still in here. I caught on to it, didn't I? Let's see it on the back. Let's take the butterfly off too. All right, rethread the needle. It's called slow stitch for a reason. It's called slow stitch for a reason. I hope I'm not boring you guys. Trying to get the wire through the eye of the needle here. I'm tempted to get a needle with a bigger eye, but I like how this one stitches. Can't see anything in here. I don't have good lighting. Can't see the little wire. Where's the little wire? I had to hold it up to the light so I could see it. All right, we're back in business. Should probably take the flowers off too, but I think I'll be okay. Now, make it easy on myself. Now, I could come in and do French knots on these, but I think they're going to generally be covered up anyway. So, French knots take a little bit of time. All right, now we're in business with the running stitches, I think. Now I'm in the seam. All right, I'm going to come over here. About 1/4 of an inch. Get in there. All righty. Now I can load my needle and go. Keep my point of my needle straight is what I'm working on, because see, it tends to, I don't know if you can see, but as I'm stitching, it tends to want to slant. And that's what causes my crooked stitches. So I'm working on keeping that point of that needle as straight as I can. One more here. Got an awful little stitch there. If I was patient, I'd take it out and make that stitch bigger, but it'll probably get covered up anyway. Oh, see, I slanted that one. See how I slanted that? My needle point as I was. But like I said, the flower will probably cover that up. that K3N Cloth Tales, there are a lot of quilters in that group. So they've done this for years. So their stitching is really beautiful. Some of them. There are beginners in there like me too. I call myself still a beginner with slow stitching, with doing all this stuff. I've done a lot of needlework before, a lot of cross stitch and that, but on linen and even weaves. But this is the year of my slow stitch. I said I was going to do a lot of slow stitch this year. So that's what I'm doing. Now I'm going to take a teeny little stitch on the front here because I'm going to skip my flower. Or I could just stitch over it, but no, I think I'll skip it. So I'm going to do just a teeny stitch and a long stitch on the back to get over to the other side of the flower. You know, are you guys seeing now? I guess you're seeing fairly good. I feel like I'm working way on the left side of my desk. I'm over on the, almost on the left side of my desk. I'm not in the center of my desk, and it kind of bothers me. I've got to adjust this pole that my camera is on so it's more centered. I've got it. Oh, see, I unthreaded my needle. I just pulled that thread right off my needle. Well, I'm going to rethread it one more time. And if I pull it out again, I'm quitting. It frustrates me. Especially if I'm online, I'll go do something else. Because I have to sit here and play with this needle threader through the eye of the needle over here. That tiny wire. Come on, get in there. It's almost as hard to thread the needle threader through the eye of the needle as to thread the thread. It finds it, but it won't go through. Why not? I think my point of my needle threader is a little twisted at the very point. There it went. I'll have to get a pin in there and straighten it out. Hold on, now I need to thread it. Lighting is bad. I can't see where the wire is. All right. All right, we're back in business. Don't do that again, Meri. If I do it again, I'm quitting. Yeah. This if I can leave me a longer tail. When I'm sitting out in my recliner doing this, I'm much more comfortable. I don't stitch at my desk as a rule. All right. Now, I do think I'm going to go through the center of this flower again and come over here and put in some stitches. I could stop and go back and work around that flower and work down, but I'm just gonna take a teeny stitch here in the center and come over here and put a stitch in there. Now I'm catching a thread here. Where is, did I not get that all the way pulled through? It's hard to see. Where's that thread coming from? So the extra thread here. Coming off of the, I think off of the piece of fabric, the red backing fabric itself. All right, let me go back down. Yeah, I'm liking it. I'm going to work this all the way up, I believe. Just for the fun of it. I may not do it all online here, though. Look, I looped that in there. Let's see if I can pull it. I think it's knotted. No, it's not. I just didn't get it all the way pulled through. I tend to do that. Leave loops of threads. Trying to train myself not to. All right, and go back in here. Take a tiny stitch and come out over here. The other thing that I found interesting in K3N's video this week, she was talking about the running stitch. And she tends to talk while she's stitching and tell us information. She has talked about library training, so she reads a lot and she knows a lot. She knows a lot of stuff, and she tends to talk while she's stitching. And she was talking about why she liked the running stitch so well. She said she doesn't do, and she doesn't. If you watch her consistently, you'll notice that she doesn't do a lot of different embroidery stitches. Now see how I guess I got it crooked up in here, but that's okay. I'm going to leave them. And she was talking about the versatility of the running stitches and all the different ways that it can be used. And I'm just going to let you go back and listen to her video, because I don't think I could accurately tell you all of the different ways that she mentioned. It was very interesting, though. I'm going to go back and listen to it. And she was talking about all the different ways that the running stitch could be done. Very interesting conversation. I like that. That's one of the things I like about her, is she shares all this information that she's taught needlework before, so, and quilting and that, so she's very experienced. And I learn a lot from her, just listening to her. And then she tells all these stories and uses all this English slang that I'm learning. She always talks about she's wittering on. Wittering. W-I-T-T-E-R-I-N-G. Means we call it just chat. I'm just chatting. Shooting the breeze. They call it wittering. Or she does. I don't know if it's used in England that much, but let's see, I got a little bit of a knot going on here. There. I think I got a thread hanging off of my little white piece that's causing me some issues. I'm just about done with this thread. And then I think I'll set this aside for a while because I think we're getting bored with it. I think I can do one. Well, no, I'm going to stop it right here. Because I could work clear over to there, but this is all going to be covered up anyway. Let's see if I can get over there. I think I can. Take a tiny stitch there. I have enjoyed doing, I showed you guys my page. It looks about the same as when I put it together online here. I think that was Tuesday morning that I did that. And I stitched it pretty much the same as what you see in the thumbnail. But it's all done. I think she wrote a sentence about the wolf howling at the moon, and if you're part of her group, you will see all the different ways that members in the group have interpreted that prompt. I mean, they used owls and cats and rabbits and a lot of different animals. I just used the primitive wolf. I thought about doing a cat or an owl, but I'm trying to keep now what animal you use is not going to make much of a difference, but I'm trying to do what she does as much as possible because I feel like I'm learning from her. Like when she does running stitches, I try to do running stitches. Of course, she's not doing boho yet. I have a feeling that she'll do a boho piece, though. She's got 52 weeks of different things, but she's a quilting instructor, so it wouldn't surprise me if she come up with 52 different ways to do these squares, these pages. All right. So I'm not going to do any more on this piece, but I'm going to do some more boho. Then I'm getting tired of this. So I'm going to put my little flowers back on here so I don't, and my butterfly, so I don't lose it. And I'll come out and chat here in a minute. Let's put this up here. And I already lost my little, these go down. Now I could put them this way. Maybe I'll put them like so in the corner. Hold on. But I've learned when I'm pinning this stuff on, if I take the point of my pin and aim it between the two fabrics, if I have two fabrics, it hides that point to where I don't prick myself as much. I might put a charm or something down there in the corner. It looks, a bead would be nice down in there. I'm just putting these things back on so I don't lose them. I could sit here and stitch them on, but nope. And then this one goes back in here. See, and I'll get these running stitches going all the way up and it'll pull things together. This I'm going to, I think I might put some of the stitches that Becky did. She did the daisy chain and the detached daisy and the fly. Let's see, what else do I have here? That one that went there, where did it? Oh, it's here. And I think I'll stitch on this. Well, I can't do it this afternoon. Well, no. I'm debating whether or not I want to go to town today. If I don't go to town today, I got to wear these eyeglasses all week. All weekend. But if I go to town, I come home tired because I stream in the morning and stream at night, and it just wears me out. Wears me out. 1, 2, 3. Where's the fourth one? Where did it go? I always lose stuff on this. Where did it? I don't see the fourth one. Oh, it's over. Sorry, moving my desk around here. I want to put these back on. If I don't pin this stuff back on, I'll lose it. I'll lose it for sure. So what did I do this morning on this? I stitched that little necklace up in here. And I did my French knots on that little green flower. And I did my running stitches. So I'm pretty happy with my progress. I got more to go. I'll be working on this weekend. Probably work on it this afternoon. Maybe I'll watch Barbowen this afternoon if she's on. I missed her last week. These are flat-backed pearls. And I'll just tack them on. And I guess I'll put one in here. Do 3. I don't think I'll do 4. Put one in there. Cooperate with me. This is getting pinned on, so it doesn't have to be perfect. There we go. So I would like to fix this so that the wire goes inside the little case. I'd like to look at my jewelry here. I have some jewelry. Hold on. Let's see if there's any jewelry piece I want to put on here. I put a necklace up above, but it's kind of hidden. But let's see if there's like a pin or a... Let's see what I have in here. Got an empty bag. Let's just dump it out. I think these are things I went through and saved. Ooh, I've got these. No, not those. Where are those? Not those. They must be in another. Are these? No, this is the one I want. Let me get it out here. It's all hooked together. How does that go? This does not belong on there. How did that get? Maybe it does belong. This is what happens when you bundle your jewelry all up together. Let me get this off. It's all wrapped around it. It shouldn't be wrapped around like this. That green is a part of the black one, but there's also another chain in here that doesn't. There we go. Doesn't belong on it. Shake it, Meri. Sometimes when you shake it, you're shaking the little tangles out, and that helps. Just like you would at the yarn, just kind of take and shake it. Shake it, shake it. Sometimes you tangle it up more, but sometimes you help it find its way off. There's a lot of little spaces it can catch on to. I probably work of getting this off and then decide, nah. This is hooked in there somehow. Get out of there. It's hooked in there. Man, it really finds ways to catch on to each other. What'd you do this morning? Oh, I watched Meri untangle jewelry. How did it get so tangled? Oh, she just bunched it up together. Well, why did she do that? Because she's lazy. Well, then why do you watch a lazy person? Now, this is fairly heavy. It's a fairly heavy piece, but I do like this black. And I'm wondering, I don't like this is all one piece. Let's see. Let's undo it. It's a pretty necklace, but I'd never wear that around my neck. I would be pulling at it and choking me. Isn't that pretty? Let's move my stuff here. I should go with something light. Like maybe we'll put this little piece down in the corner. This little hexagon. It's a little hexy. It should go down here in the corner, maybe. We'll see. All right. And my old scissors. We're going to do a little surgery. First of all, well, I could leave it clamped. Let's take this off. See if I can pry it off. And I really need something white underneath of me. So I can see what I'm doing. And that helps. Now here's my oops, looks like I pulled my flower off there. I'm going to see if I can't get it off here. Sometimes if I just take and bend at it, I might have to. And the fact that I don't have my real eyeglasses isn't helping. Looks pretty strong in there. I don't know if I can pull at it or not. I wish it were my eyeglasses. No, I don't wish that were on my... See, I'm getting that end piece off there. And I think I want to take this off and just have that black and see how heavy it is. I can get at it. Sometimes you just got to get in there and pull at it. I don't think it's going to be that heavy on there. This would add more of the heaviness to it, so I'm taking the green, the big old, and this is an awful big bead. I know I've run it on my piece. There we go. And I even left the two little rings. Now throw that away. So let's see. I think some of these threads are coming off of the red backing. Where are my little scissors? I buried them. This is not sewing thread. That's the threads here that are coming off. And let's... I want to see how heavy that makes this piece. If I send it, I'll have to send it in a padded envelope. I don't want it to break through the envelope. That's what happened to my little ladybug that I sent to Sherry Van. And I still need to send it back to her. All right, now let's see, where do I want to put this? Let's move the butterfly. Put it down in there, right in the center. Let's put the butterfly back on. And I don't know if that'll make that too heavy. I've got my butterfly upside down. It isn't that bulky. I'm afraid it's a little, it's not really that heavy either. You move that flower off a little. Hold on, Mary's got to adjust things here. It has all the stones. I don't know if putting a pin through these will hold it or not. It'll hold it, but put it there. Put this flower here. Let it go off of the edge. Put this one down here. It could come up under that. Move that up a little. Now this could go up just a little bit more. Now, I'm deciding, the only way if I'm going to know if it's going to be too heavy is to tack it on there. And then feel it. I want to say it's not going to be that bad. Let me tack it on. We'll make a decision. If I don't like it, I'll snip it off. So I want to tack it right at the base of this second leaf on this side and right in the middle of this leaf on that side. So right there and right there. So let's get a larger eyed needle and make sure it goes through the, wrestle with threading that needle. This one has a larger eye. That goes through the, yeah. And let's tack it on with this red thread. And I think I can thread this needle with no help from the needle threader. If I find the eye here. Oh, I might need the needle threaders. Hold on, I've got a better needle than this. One that has a larger eye. can still go through the, I've been using it on my, I've been using it over here. I have to dig for it. I don't know what I did with that piece I was stitching. Here it is. Is that it? No. Oh, did I not bring it in? I didn't bring it in. Go away. No, here it is. This piece I'm stitching. I'm going to have it for giveaway, but I'm not done with it. I've just started stitching on it. Here's the needle I'm thinking of. I did a stem stitch around here. I'm thinking that I'm going to put a clock in there, one of those clock faces like this in there. I have some steampunk buttons too that could go on there because I want a focal point, and I got the heart down here, and then I'm going to put running stitches, but this is stitched on this tapestry material, and it's really hard. By the time you pin on, stitch all these little pieces on, it's pretty thick, and this needle is sharp enough to go through pretty good, and it holds this. The reason I have it out is it's got a big eye to it, and it's sharp enough. So I've been using this on these pieces. When I get this done, I don't know when it's going to be, but I'm going to give this away during one of my morning streams. I'm working on it. I still have to base this piece down. I'm working on it. That I got it out because I want to see if it'll go through this eye of this needle. I mean, through the, yep, it goes through. This is the needle I can thread with no problem, but, and it's sharp. It's not a darning needle. It's a sharp needle. And it's got a big eye. And I can thread it with no problem. And that counts when you're doing this stuff online. So I said the second stitch here in the middle there. So I'm going to come through. We're just going to tack it on and see if it's too heavy for this piece. Whoever gets it, I don't know. Hopefully they're not going to do a quilt with it. They can snip it off if they don't like it. They can snip it if they want to put my piece on a quilt or something. I would think if you were going to do a quilted piece that you would want to take a lot of, it depends. If it's a quilted piece that you're going to hang, it could stay on there. I've got this. It's hard to see red thread against that background. Let me go back in. If it's going to hang, all of these extra pieces on there would be fine. But if you're going to, use it as a quilt or a throw, I don't know if you'd want all these extra beading pieces and everything. I think they would tend to get in the way. Trying to grab onto this thread. I want to knot it here. And let's do it again. It's slow stitching for a reason. I'm slow at it. Whoops, I lost my thread. Pulled it right out of my fingers there. Of course, some people are probably pretty fast at slow stitching. I'm not fast at it. I lost it again. I guess I'll just leave it. All right, so it was my, I think I said my second leaf and my middle one. So my second one is right here. Right in there. And then I'm going to put this through here. I've got all sorts of stuff in the way. Back down in there. I want to see how heavy it's going to be on here. I don't think it's that heavy. I don't think it's any heavier than some of the beading that we put on. And buttons and stuff. It's just that it's a different shape, which could make it tend to make it heavy, I guess, but we'll see. And this could be snipped off and used in something else. It's hard to see my thread. Did it get through? I think it did. All right, maybe a couple more just to make sure it's on there. Whoops. No loops on the back. It's a good thing. I think that's going to be good. Now I'm going to take it and I want to put my needle through to this point, which is just about an inch away, maybe. Right in there. If I can get between the fabrics. I think I said right about in here. That's good. All right. And then I want to come up right there. And there we go. I might have to adjust this a little. It's going to be fine. Stab stitch. K3N calls this the chicken stitch because she got tired of calling it stabbing. Like you're stabbing somebody, like you're murdering it. I don't know. I heard Janet Nash call this what she was doing, the in and out stitch. In and out. I still call it the stab stitch. Because you are basically stabbing it in there. And I think Catherine called it the chicken stitch because somebody in the group's mother called it the chicken stitch. Or chicken something. And so she adapted it to the chicken stitch. And if whoever gets this doesn't like this on here, they can easily get in with their scissors and pin and take that off if it's too heavy for them. getting a little tight in there. Whoops, caught on the piece itself. Get off of there. Caught in there. Boy, it sure likes to catch on it. Get off of it. It's gonna have to unthread my needle. Hold on. Pull it through. This is, I wish my smaller needles had this large of an eye. I have large-eyed needles, but they're never quite big enough for the thread that I'm using. I'll put in a couple more stitches in here. Keep it away from that jewelry. I think this will be the last one. And if I don't put any more heavy stuff on here, it might be fine. I don't want to load it down with too much. I want to put something down here in the corner. And I want to hang a charm up here on that chain. So my thread is right in here. You can't see it because it's all red on the back. And I'm holding on to my thread so I don't lose the loop. And let's knot it one more time. And hide my thread if I can. The larger needle, it's harder to get between the fabrics. There we go. Now, I don't think it added that much weight. It's still a pretty light piece. It's just a little bit heavier here in the center, but it isn't like it's real heavy. I like it there. And I think just by, I might come back on these running stitches that I'm doing and put little vertical stitches in there. It kind of dresses them up. Maybe with a, maybe a blue. But I'm going to finish stitching the running stitch. I got tired of doing that. Let's put these back on. And I'll work on this afternoon while I'm listening to Barb Owen. Tonight we're going to do a postcard prompt game again. And I already have the base of my postcards done. If I can find it, maybe it's on the back of this. No. I might have set them aside. I don't think I have them out near me. If I can find them, I'm going to use some postcards that I started in a Dirty Dozen. I think either with Becky or myself. I can't remember. It's been a while. But they've already got a background and I think a tape measure on it and some buttons, some painted buttons. And I'm just going to carry on maybe doing some prompts. It'd be nice to just, I'm not going to work out of a magazine. We'll just get out some prompts and work on it. And I'll have a giveaway again. I think there are 9 on that. So I want to send, I have a card that I got that I want to send to the recipient, to the person who sent me the card. So I'm going to send back to them, and then I'm going to send myself, and then I'll give the rest of them away. And I have my giveaways on Friday nights around 8:30 p.m. So if you want to participate in the giveaway, but you can't make it for the whole stream, you're welcome to come in and win a postcard. So I think I want to put a charm there, and I want to put something on this chain. So let's see what I have. I don't know if I have much charm stuff in here, in this jewelry. Let's put it back in the bag. This is nice for BoHo though, isn't it? This. It looks a lot like the ones that Becky gave me, but it's not. Becky's is up on my hand sanitizer. I might use a couple of these on my own piece, which I'm not going to do until I get this one done. I want to get it ready for swap so that it always takes me a few days to get stuff mailed out, like a week. I might put this butterfly on mine. I like this butterfly. Let's see what I have here that... that's embroidery floss. I don't like those bows. I'm looking for charms or something. Those are eyelets. Bobby pin. And I like this. I'm going to tear this whole necklace apart. Not right now. Let's see. I'm looking for a charm. I have charms. I just don't know what I did with them. There's some pretty lace. Doesn't match. It would go on Becky's. This is pretty. This would be pretty to blend in someplace. I don't know. I get sidetracked here. Let's see. Oh, let's see what I have in here. I don't think I have charms in here. I'm looking for a charm. Let's put all this away. Got beads. I'm not going to take the time to... I got these, but I'm not sure I like them on this. This is just little crescents, and this little hexie was cute though, and it's got a flower or a butterfly on it. Maybe I'll use that instead. I'm getting tired of looking. I have to rearrange my flower. I like the idea of putting the hexie on it, which is this one. they have to make sure the little things don't fall off. But I think some people buy and take what they want, and then I don't know what I shouldn't even say that. I don't mind buying one for, well, that's at $1.24 for 3 of them. So that would be about 41 cents a charm. But that's better than paying $5 for them. Get off of there. Get out of there. All right. Little hexy charm. And I think I'm going to, should I take the bead, or should I stitch those on? I'm going to put it down here. Doesn't show up very well, but it isn't going to show up no matter where I put it. I like it down in the corner. Where's my flowers? I had them here just a minute ago. I kind of like that. This flower's peeking out. I like that. Let me come out and chat. I've been in my own world getting this put together. I'm ready to stitch on it. I'm going to tack this down here, and then I'm going to quit. And I'll stitch on this. I want to finish my running stitches. I think I'll put some, well, maybe I won't tack it down because I'm going to put those little blue stitches in there. So this afternoon, I'm going to work on this and get as much done as possible. I think once I put my stitching on, I think I have enough beading and decoration on there that unless I find something that really inspires me to put on the flowers or something like a ladybug, I'll have to look. I think some ladybugs on here would be pretty. Bring attach a little snippet of red. I don't know if I can put my hands, or maybe even a red button. We'll see what I can find. So, I'm not going to put this on. I'm going to put it in here. Hopefully it'll stay. I'll be looking for my hexie. If I say I can't find my hexie, remember I put it in, I'm going to pin this shut. I put it in the back of my pin cushion until I get ready to attach it on. And if it's not in here when I go to look for it, then I lost it. All right, and I'm going to take these pins. I might use those. And let's take this and these threads and get them out of the way. I'm going to leave my needle threaded here. And I'll just put it back in my pin cushion. Take and put it like that. I don't need my pliers or my needle nose. What's this? I want to hang this Santa up. I dropped a couple of them. I have to hang my painted ochre pieces back up. I dropped a couple. I have to dig them out. They fell over the cliff. But I want to get them hung back up. I was cleaning off my other desk. We're going to do some pinning. Now, we're going to we're going to pin a boho circle, or so we're going to do a boho circle out of my fabric scraps. Out of the scrappies, which I think are this one and this one. We're going to do something that I can put on my cover. I got ties. These are all ties, I think. No, here. We'll make it out of this and scraps. I also like this. This is very boho. That would go nice in the center. Kind of a center medallion. There's a lot of it trim here. So we're going to take a couple. I cut it off so I can move the pieces. Yeah. And this is kind of a crepey fabric, so I can't rip. I can't tear. It's something you got to cut. And I only need 2. We'll cut it clear down the... No, I might want that strip. Cut it off here. Get some of this off my desk. So we're going to use that so I can move this back. We're going to use some of this because it'll match what my pages, my base of my pages. And one here is already cut into this one. We'll do some boho circles here. And what do I want? Let's cut this. And this will tear. Fold this part back. This will match what up my pages that I'm doing. Mine, I'm going to put in my journal. So I'm going to make circles to put on the journal cover. So where do I want? See, I could also do a circle around these flowers and the medallion. I could snip off maybe. We'll see. I've got this, which would go with that. Let's draw the, I'm going to do, I think, the pink flowers. I could also do this pink flower in here and put it on that. I don't have another pink flower. I got that one. I like that. Now let's make my circle. Oh, I had a better pattern. Well, I'm going to use this. Keep my hexie in there. I'm going to surround it with pins. I don't want to lose it. I'll stitch it on this afternoon. What did I do with my needles? I said I'm going to keep them out. I can't find them now. Where'd they run off to? I also want to do a circle with my moon and my wolf for my cover. I'm trying to do things on my cover that match what she's done. I can't find my pins. Hold on. Oh, I've got pins. I just don't have them out. They're here someplace. I'm going to do some boho circles. I need to come out and chat. I get distracted with what I'm doing here. Where's my circle? I had it out. I unpinned it. Where'd it go off to? It was right here. It's not in there. Why do things disappear on me awfully fast? Here it is. No? Here, I put it up with the wolf. The primitive wolf. We're going to do them on a moon circle. All right, so I want to draw a circle around this flower here. So it's relatively in the center. It doesn't have to be front and center, right in there maybe. I'll just use a pen. I'm off in my world, you guys. I want to thank you for coming in on a Friday morning. Share your Friday morning with me. I do appreciate that. I'll probably be home all weekend. I'm not planning on doing anything. I need to do some more sorting and sorting. All right, I'm going to cut that out. And I'll use whatever scrap I have off of this. I think I got 3 of these are table napkins I got at the thrift store. Whatever scrap I have will probably go on a scrappy piece. A piece like this would look nice on one of those scrappy pieces that I'm working on. I plan to do more of those. I want to send off alliques. I haven't got it sent off yet because I want to take a picture of the back of it. I want pictures of whatever I send off. The circle doesn't have to be perfect. It's got a crease in it. I'm not good at cutting circles anyway. Let's cut this down here. Get it out of my way. Come on. Whack, whack, whack. See, that'll go nice on one of those pieces that I'm stitching, like what I gave away Friday night. Allie won it. It was last Friday night. I'm working on one, that red one I showed you, that I'm going to give away in the morning stream when I get it done. But I sure accumulate a lot of these little scraps. I need 2 of these circles. You're going to see me struggle with cutting out circles. So I like that one, and I think I'll do this other pink flower. Maybe this one up here so I can keep it on the same. And that one, if I do the up here though, on the border, what'll happen is that my flower will be off center. But I guess I don't mind that. So we'll do it right here. Yeah, it's pretty much in the center there. Although if it's not, it's okay. That's good. Now let's just cut right here. Get it off of this big piece. I tend to cut up in the air. Probably one reason why my cutting is so wonky. Scrap. I might have to finger press that a little. There's my water jug. Just give it a little spritz. Finger press this and let it dry while I'm wrestling with the other one. This one has a crease, but it's not as bad. I should have pressed these out, but it isn't like they're just going to go on my journal cover, and by the time I put all sorts of stuff on it, it will work its way out. So now I have this piece, and I have this piece, and I have this, and this, and what else is over here? I was cleaning out this, and I think that's about it for fabric over there. So let me take these. I think I'm going to put that on my other. I'm going to keep that one out. That would go nice with the wolf. Put my pen back in there. Oh. And I don't know if I like those on there or not. Kind of. I'm not sure I like the medallion pieces. I'm going to put it back. We'll find something else to put on there. So now what I'm going to do is grab my little round tin that fills itself up magically every week with stuff like this. And we're going to see what I can put on here. Look at this. Somebody sent me this fabric. It's just beautiful. It's a batik. It's a batik. And I'm thinking they did this with ink. And I was going to try to take some of my inks here and dye some of this. It's either dye or ink. It could be a dye, a fabric dye. Isn't that beautiful? Let's see what I want. This piece might be a nice something for this. I want to do a boho here. Could do a word, amore. Let's cut out the amore word. This is Valentine fabric, but I think amore would go nice on boho. We'll see. I'll decide later. I'll cut it out and then decide. Amore, and don't know if I have another one. Love, be mine. Oh, there's a little amore. And I've got a strip here. Might work somewhere. That's just a piece of that wolf fabric. I'm just looking for something. Look, here's a cluster I did. It's got a charm on it, a cameo. This says Japan, made in Japan. I don't know if I want that on my journal cover. And I've saved this. I'm going to put this on one of those tags that those stitch pieces that I made. I tatted this just playing, but it's kind of wobbly. It's a trim. It's a trim. And I was playing with large beads and little beads. I dug that out. Here's some yellow, might go good. Here's, I don't know where I got this. I don't know. I think somebody sent this to me. That would go good on on these, maybe with that yellow ribbon. And this is a bunch of salvages. There's a greeny black one that might work on there. And here's some tatting, but I don't want to cut it. Let's see if I can find something in here. Thought I saw a word. I did. 1836. Oh, these were wine labels. This is, we might be able to work something with that on there. Here's a zipper off of that little pair of little boy or girl jeans. There's going to be a use for this sometime. A little strip of numbered fabric. I'm just looking for possibilities right now of something that I might want to put on there. That's pretty. These generally go together here in my mind. All right. So let's see where I'm going with this stuff. That's kind of a blue brushed denim. I might find a place on there. Put this back in there. All rights reserved. Look, there's it almost says MLA, but it's MILA, I think. But I like the words all rights reserved. I could put that on one of them. For my journal cover, all rights reserved. I'm going to snip that off of this salvage here. All rights reserved. And there's some numbers there. Only one, I think. I'm not sure that there's a red dot. Now, let's see, put this stuff back. This, I'm not sure. If I use this, I'll use the center. So I'll keep it out. There's a little bit of red. Some more of that red. And we'll see. I think I'll put the pink. Maybe I'll just tear a piece of the pink off. I'm just getting possibilities. This is how I do. I pick. I'm picking. And then I'll arrange. These are going to be boho circles that are going to go on the journal cover. Let's see what I got in here. These I really got for the stitch meditation rolls, but we'll see what's in here. Kind of like that. This is more red stuff. What's this one? Is this a plaid? Yeah. All right, and let's just take a snippet of this. We don't need the whole thing. Maybe right here. And I'll roll this back up. Make a little bundle out of it. Cute little bundle. They're fun to look at. I tore that other bundle up. But I try to take what's in here every week and put in my teddy bear. But now, do I want to take some of this? I think I'm saving this for something special. I don't know what, but it sure is pretty. I might find something to do with in the journal later. I'm kind of saving that back. Okay, so let's see what I have. First of all, let me come out. Let me come out and chat. I've been in my world here. Let me come out and chat. Hold on, let me refresh chat. Chat builder, I'm coming out. Chat filter. Chat filter, come on. All messages. Who's in here? Hi, Dar. Hi, Marguerite. Good morning, ladies. Kitty Jen says, I got to go, Mary. See you online tonight. I don't know how long ago she said that, but I understand if you guys need to leave. I certainly understand. Don't feel apologetic about needing to leave and get on with your day. I had to do that yesterday in Dee Dee's, and you know, I understand. We all got our lives to live here. I like this, all rights reserved. And the other one said Amore. What did I do with Amore? Oh, that says in Japan. I'm not going to use that. I lost Amore. There it is. Amore. And these are just pieces. I don't know. I got enough leaves, I think. See, I'm back doing this. I'm back doing this. Got to put my hands on this stuff. The floral, this. I need another little focal point. All right. Let me come out and chat. I got this. I kind of like that as a V. We'll see. And I had, I was going to put that with this yellow flower. All right, let me come out and chat. Jen said she had to leave. Dara's here. Is Lala in here? Hi, Lala Gamma. Lala Gamma. Today's quote, what lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. Ralph Waldo Emerson. Oh, let me move this down. Or tip my camera. Let me tip my camera. Oh. Is that better? That's a good quote, Lala. Let's see. Random journal bits, Don Boss. Don, hello. If you're out there listening, I don't know how long ago you came in, but you know me. I get in my world chattering away here, and I miss saying hello to a lot of you people. It's nice to see you online, Don. Yeah, I'm not on my red dot. Yeah, I am. It's just slow. Marguerite is here. Marguerite. Hi, Marguerite. Cheryl saying hi. Marguerite. Brenda Ashford. Marguerite. Cheryl. Dawn says, hello and good morning all. I've been lurking because I had to turn the volume off. My sister fell asleep and I don't have headphones. My brother, I was doing something online yesterday and I wanted to listen to it. And the TV was blaring and I said, he isn't going to hear me for the TV. So I let the sound go for a few minutes and then I turned it off. But I generally keep my sound down when my brother's watching TV. He sleeps through anything. He usually goes in his bedroom and sleeps, so he doesn't sleep in the chair. I fall asleep in the recliner. When I'm tired, my eyes close. Let's see. Kitty just said, it's very pretty, Mary. If I want it, I would change a thing. I think she means I wouldn't change a thing. She's talking about my boho square. Yeah, I think I'm going to like it when I get it done. I haven't even started. Well, I've started on mine, but I'm going to finish this one before I do mine. Mine probably will not get done by the deadline, my own block, but I'll get the one that I'm going to swap done. That's what I'm working on. I think she's going to assign partners Monday, Sunday or Monday, one of the days. And then we have until I think the 15th to get them mailed. Marguerite says hello from beautiful Columbia, Canada. Mina says back again, but alas, it's time for me to go. She came in to say goodbye. At least the sun is up, so I won't be driving in the dark. Hugs and blessings, everyone. Mina's going off somewhere. There's Roy. Roy says that's turning out to be gorgeous. Roy, if you're out there, you just make me laugh. Roy is he really comes up with some what do I say? Things that make me laugh. I always love his intros to his videos. It would make a spectacular pocket on a boho recycled jean handbag. Yeah, that would go nice on a jeans handbag, wouldn't it? Let me tell you though, I don't think mine is any match for some that I've seen in Becky's group. If you are in Becky's group, just scroll down and you'll see some beautiful boho squares. You guys are doing a wonderful, wonderful, those of you that are participating. Let me get a drink of water. Doing wonderful, wonderful work. You know, I put a lemon slice in my water because I don't generally buy lemons, but I needed a lemon for that carrot cake. And so I've been slicing up. I had to buy them in a package of 4. I couldn't buy any separately. And so I got the package of 4. But let me tell you, I put the extra in my water. And I don't think you can leave lemons in the water too long. Boy, it really turned my water bitter. And I even washed out my water jug here, my water jug. I washed it out. But my water, I can taste. I can taste that lemon. And it's, you know, lemons are sour anyway, but this is not sour. This is bitter. So I guess I'm going to have to wash my jug out with some vinegar. Maybe that'll get rid of it. They're saying hello to Roy. Yeah. Lala was wanting to know what I was doing, and I've mostly been working on the boho this morning. I was working on the boho square. Where did I put it? Did I put it behind me? No, here. This is the one I'm going to send out. I'm going to stitch on it. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to tack that down at the bottom here. Otherwise, it'll be flopping up like that. This is the one that I'm going to send out. I'm going to put a little hexy metal charm down here in the corner. I'm going to do some more running stitches clear up to here. These need to be all tacked down. And I'm thinking it would be pretty to do some ladybugs, but I don't know if I have any. If I don't have ladybugs, I'll look for some buttons to put, or maybe make a cloth button and put in there, a little round cloth button and put in there. And I'll probably do something over on this side. I haven't decided. But my main point of this morning was to see if this piece I took off of that necklace, there were 3 of these black pieces here. I was afraid it was going to be too heavy, but once you get it separated out in its own world, it's not heavy. And I could separate it out more, but no. So I think it's going to be fine. I sewed there's a little daisy necklace up at the top here. But I'm going to work on this afternoon. I'm going to finish it up so that I can work on mine. But what I'm doing here now is I'm going to make little boho circles to put on my journal cover. And I love this. All rights reserved. It's going to go on the cover. I just put that on either the front or the back. I think it'll go better on this piece over here. It'll show up better. All rights reserved. And we'll put the Amore over here. So I have to figure out what I'm going to do here, but let me finish chat. Let's see. Lala says, blanket hellos, Meri, and fibs. Today's quote lies behind you. Oh, I read that. Becky's going to town. Thank you, Becky. The lady who does the slow stitching, Nina, is K3N Cloth Tales. Let me go grab her link. Let me go grab it. Hold on. I think Becky's put it in before, but let me go grab it here. And for you guys, and I'll pin it. I probably have lost Becky's. Let's see. She's done her most recent video she put up yesterday is visible sock darning, but I'll just put up her channel link and you can explore it. Oops. I don't want to hide her. Don't hide her. Share. Copy link. And let me come back into my chat here. Come on. Come on. Let's being stubborn. There we go. Live chat. And K3N. There we go. Now let me pin this message. There. This is the lady that I'm following for my 2024 stitch journal. And she was talking about what she's going to do next year. She's already thinking about the project. Like we're doing a slow stitch journal in 2024. And she said she was already starting to think about what, she has to think ahead if she's going to present year-long projects. She wants to think ahead about what she's going to do, and it's already April. So she's a teacher. She's planning stuff out. But she was talking about doing some sort of a quilt project. But I don't think I'll do a quilt because I'm not really a quilter, but I might follow along and see what she does and do blocks or something and put them in a journal. I don't know if I'll make another. I'm really concentrating on slow stitch this year, but I'll certainly keep following her. I might do tags. I might keep up with those little pieces that, like, I really enjoy doing the one that Allie K. Let me get that out. I have to mail it off, but Allie K won this piece last Friday night. And I've been holding off on it because I need to take a picture of the back. But I want to do more of these for giveaways. So I'll probably still be doing that. And I'll only do them when I get them finished. And like I said, it'll take me a week or so to send it. What I like about this one is as I stitched this, it kind of started making a constellation on here. And I got the little butterfly constellation up here. There's the sun around it. And then this part, even part of the head, was formed by what I did in here. All of these here were running stitches from here. And so this curve here was formed by going around this circular piece that I stitched the butterfly on. And so it kind of formed this little area. And the head was done by the little running stitches in here. And this part here I added because as I looked at this, I saw an animal and I put the golden tail on. So I call this a constellation. So I want to do more of this and I'll probably keep doing it, but it may turn out to be one a month or one every 2 months, whenever I get them done. I'm working on one now. I showed it before, but if you've just come in and haven't seen it, where'd I put it? It's over here. This is the one I'm going to give away in the morning. I gave this one away last Friday night. Tonight I'm giving away postcards. Or if I get some buttons or something stitched here, I might have a little giveaway. But Friday night I have, and the giveaway will probably be around 8:30 p.m. If you want to come in just for the giveaway, you're welcome because you're in this chat. So this one I'm going to give away in the morning when I get it done. I'm not going to have a giveaway till it's done. And I'm thinking about putting one of those little clocks in here off of that clock fabric, or I have a clock button I might put in there, one of those steampunk buttons. But I'm thinking one of these fabric pieces. But this is all I got done for the constellation, maybe a planet or something. It depends on what I stitch in here. And I don't know what I'm going to do down in there. I was thinking this would make a nice needle book for whoever wants it. And I might do it. The heart here kind of goes that way, but I could put something in here that kind of, you know, if whoever won this after I get it done, if they wanted, could make a needle book out of it if they wanted. I might send an extra piece and as a suggestion. But I don't think this one would make a nice needle book because the butterfly, unless you did it like this and opened it up like that, it might, but you lose the constellation. I think this will be nice just as it is. I don't know. Allie K can do it. Once it's off my desk, it's yours. You can do whatever you want with it. You can cut it up. You can give it away. I would appreciate that you kept my documentation on it, or you can put it in a journal, keep it with your needlework, do whatever you want. So I'll probably be doing these consistently, but sporadically, depending on when I get them done. Or I might give away some little circles. It just depends. Marguerite says, hello, fellow Canadian artisan. Oh, there's Carol. Hi, Carol. She says, oh, I know. In one hand and out the other. Hi, Carol. Welcome in. It's good to see you. Carol McDonald. Carol is a wonderful, wonderful needle artist. She does beautiful needle art. Marguerite says hello. Carol, I believe, is in K3N's. I think at one point she had told me that she has followed Catherine K3N. Catherine Chambers, I think it's her name. I call her K3N because that's what she calls her YouTube channel. But I think Carol has followed her for years. I just found her last December. Brenda says, I got the darning egg that I have used and a wooden darning mushroom that just sits on my side table. I think there's a darning egg up over there that somebody gifted me, but I have some that are in Wisconsin. I haven't used the darning. I generally don't use a darning egg, but if she does, I might. I haven't watched her video yet. Brenda says, my egg was my grandmother's, and I have some cushiony wool socks that I have darned. Most socks now kind of start falling apart. Yeah. I have found the socks that I buy, they slide down on me. They don't make the socks high enough to cover my ankles. I don't know if I just got long ankles or what. That I will wear them with my loafers and they slide down, and then I have to stoop down and pull up my socks and pull my, it's worse than pulling your pants up. So next time I don't buy socks that much, but the next time I buy them, I'm going to make sure that they have a high enough piece to go over my ankle and not slide down. So I think I'm generally caught up with chat. Let me think what I want to do here. Since these are going on my, I don't know if I want to put this on here somehow. I want to keep it circular. I think I'll hold that back. That was a cluster that I did with a little cameo. It just happened to be in this stuff. Let's look at this. The labels here. I kind of like the little vintage house. Here, let's cut that off. Chateau. We'll cut the word chateau off. Now, since these are going on my journal, I can be a little bit more forgiving of what I put on here. I don't have to worry so much about, although, oh, come on, Meri. I want to keep the flower. I want all rights reserved here. This piece is fairly big, but if I put this on and cut out the word chateau, whoops, and put it someplace else. Hold on, let's disassemble my wine label. Deconstruct the wine label. And if I stitch that on underneath the flower, my circle is certainly not a circle. It's more of a square here because I hit that border. But let's put this down here. So I'll cut around it. And then the word chateau, I'll put up above it. Like that. So let's pin that. Do I need to zoom in when I'm doing this? I think I do. Hold on. Because it's so small. Let me zoom in. I need my real eyeglasses, I have to tell you. These are just Dollar Tree eyeglasses that I have on. But I'm going to use them this weekend. I don't feel like going out today. All right, we're going to pin this. I wrinkled it up. Oh, Meri. Chateau. Something like that. And I'm going to have to put a pin on the word too because it's not going to stay. Now I covered up any leaves I have on, so maybe I put that leaf fabric back in the jar. Where'd I put it? Oh, here it is. We'll see. I might get a couple of the leaves off of here. And then on this one, I know I want all rights reserved on this one. And you know, I don't have to put everything on here, but maybe this flower, and I won't trim that off, but I like this yellow ribbon with it. So maybe the yellow ribbon like so. I might have to trim it a little so it don't, and then put my flower there. Roy says, must run. It's haircut day for Roy. And the Pretty Pub Grooming Mobile should be here soon. Is it for a dog? Pretty Pub Mobile? Grooming Mobile? No, we don't have a doggy, but the van is convenient and cheaper. No, it's just a joke. Oh, Roy, you're silly. Chateau. Maybe just one little lacy thing here. It's pretty tiny, but hold on. This is where your little stitches will come into play. I don't have a whole room if I'm doing a circle, a whole lot of room. I like the word chateau there. I'm going to move that over a little. This is all going to be pins, but I like to kind of plan it out. And let's see. I messed this up. I got my flower on there with the yellow ribbon, which promptly disappeared on me. It's there though. There it is. So let's put all rights reserved. We can kind of maybe snip it in here and curl it, curve it, like Becky says with the, let's give this a snip. Let's see if I can snip it there a little. Let's just curve it just enough to, maybe I'll just tear it apart. I'll put all rights here and put reserved here. All rights reserved. Now, this flower, I think I'm going to have to move it up a little. I have that one right in the center. I don't know if that really goes on there. I might save it for another piece. Let's see what I have here. I got more of this fabric out in the other room. Oh, I like this. Kind of a fleur-de-lis going on in there. Can't find a good place for this stuff because that flower's so center stage. So I need smaller stuff. I saw that year, 1836. My hands are so big and clunky. Oh, let's put it. Right in here for now. And let's see what else I have. I've got this black fabric. I like that pretty much. That black leaf. And I'll baste these on like I do my other basting pieces. That looks pretty. That would look pretty over here too. I think I like it over here. And I need it far enough in. Yeah. Becky, my son had trouble. Let's see what Becky said. Once the sun gets further up, I need to mow the lawn. You guys had a lot of rain, didn't you, Becky? So, yeah, I could see you needing to mow the lawn. Let's see. JL is in here. Did I miss saying hello to JL? There she is. Hi, JL Johnson. Welcome in. It's good to see you. They make low-cut socks. Observe the label. Yeah. I need to look more at the label. I think I just grabbed some. I don't generally buy new. I don't wear a lot of socks. When I worked, I wore nylons and pantyhose and all of that. That's been a long time ago. But I generally don't wear a lot of socks. But when I go out, I wear socks in my shoes, you know. And I didn't have much trouble till recently. I bought a couple pair and they've been slipping down on me. So I need to observe the label, JL says. I don't know if any of these are, this might be a little too big, but if I clip off, let's clip in here. I'm going after these two. I could go after. No, I think just those two. Bunch of little basting stitches. Now I need to put some sort of beads or something on here to make it more boho-ish. Not just fabric. Yeah, I like that there. So let's look for something to put on here. Hold on. What time is it? Oh, it's 9:12, you guys. Today's Friday. I'll go just a little bit later, but I need to think about getting off. I was thinking today was Thursday. Let's look at my shout out list here. Let's talk about Friday streams. Who streams on Fridays? Friday. Lena streams at noon Eastern. Lena, our Miss Linux 2012, is it? 2012? Miss Linux at noon Eastern on Friday. Stacy Catitude at 10 a.m. Eastern daily. Barb Owen at 2 p.m. Eastern on Friday. And Art Junkie Shannon at 3 p.m. No? Yeah, 3 p.m. Eastern on Friday. And I think that's, and then I'll be on later tonight at 7 p.m. Now, you guys might know of other people, and I don't mind you shouting out somebody else. If you know somebody I'm missing, and maybe one of the mods can grab a link for you. Welcome in, JL. Who else am I missing? Carol's here. Marguerite's here. Becky came in. Brenda's here. Dar is here. Hi, Dar. Becky said our phone is an instant pay once it comes due, but I want to see where it is right now as we pay. For only what we use and 3 phones, it's usually less than $150. But I like to know. Yes, I know. I have 2 phone lines. I got 2. Well, actually, what I did is I have my regular phone that I use, my cell phone, and I needed a phone line for that, and I stream off of that, off my cell phone. But then I wanted a notepad, and I saw one I wanted at Samsung, but I could have gone out and bought the notepad, but they wanted me to get a second line. Well, I had already had the second line because I have my tablet here. And so, but I bought a second line. I'm not sure I really need it. But if I put everything on the same line too, that kind of eats away at my time. So I got 2 lines, and my phone bill doesn't run, it runs around $130 a month or so. And I got unlimited service, and I got all the protection, and except I did not buy, I used to buy the protection plan if you dropped your phone and broke a screen or something. And my battery on my other phones always explode. They got fat because I was on them so much. And but these phones, these newer phones, the battery must be made differently because I'm not having any trouble with my batteries yet. And I've had them for a couple years on my old phones, but the company that did the guarantee on that stuff, they quit offering it. Probably because so many people, the battery, they were probably, it happened to me several times, and I always had that guarantee where they would fix it for me. I'd have to take everything off my phone that I didn't want them to wipe out, but they generally fixed it. Well, they stopped doing that, so I stopped buying the guarantee on it. Which Kathy came in? Who am I missing? I see a hello, Kathy. Kathy Whitney. Hi, Kathy. Janet. Which Janet? Janet Nash. Hi, Janet Nash. I think Janet was here earlier. Did you go out and walk, Freddie, already? You know who I haven't seen this morning? Did I miss her? Kimberly? I haven't seen our Kimberly this morning. Did I see her earlier? I can't remember 2 hours ago. Becky, Brenda says, if I didn't have plants that the cows would eat or damage, I'd open the gate and let them in the yard. I've done that before when the grass is fall and ground wet. They'd eat my little trees. Aw. Becky says, 8 p.m. Eastern on Monday evening is Shannon's crochet from the lounge chair. Let me write that down. Crochet from the lounge. You know, I haven't been crocheting much lately. I've got all sorts of yarn, but I kind of got into this tatting. And is she still streaming on Friday? Friday afternoons, Becky? Is Shannon still streaming on Friday? Let's see, that's Chris. Monday, let me write that down. Monday, 8 p.m. Eastern, crochet from the lounge chair. Crochet from lounge chair. And this is Shannon here. Thank you, Becky. Janet says, I got caught up on paying my bills. I'm pretty well caught up. I have one. Some of those bills, some of them I pay online, and those are really easy. But some I have to get off early, so they get there by, you know, I don't get my check until the middle of the month. Well, I have to get to town and get those bills paid, some that I send off because it takes a week to get there, you know, and they come in the middle of the month, and if you don't get there, if you wait a week before you get, and I could just cash, I do have personal checks, but I generally don't use my personal checks. I usually, what I like to pay online what I can. That's really convenient to pay stuff online or to have it pulled out. I generally do not allow a couple companies, my insurance, my car insurance and my burial insurance. That stuff I have pulled. I call it burial. It's like if you die, I think it's like a policy of some sort. But that I generally do not like a lot of companies pulling out of direct from my, I'd rather go pay them every month rather, because sometimes they say they're going to put it on a certain date, and every now and then they won't do that because of a holiday or whatever they got going. And it messes me up when I have too many people grabbing into my bank account. I'd rather, here, you can have it now, and you can have this now, and you can have that now. And you know, if I need a hold payment on something for a month and pay them twice the next month, sometimes they'll let me do that. So I'd rather dole it out than have them come grab it. But a couple of my insurance, my car insurance and that burial insurance, they come grab. Auto pay is the easiest. Yeah, it is easy. Oh, my phone. My phone is auto pay. But even then, you know, sometimes they don't take it out on the day that they say they're going to take it out, and that messes me up. And if I get 10 companies pulling out of my bank account, what day did you say you were going to pull that out? And you're going to do that 10 times. And if you're rich, and if it doesn't matter to you, but I'm not rich. And if I get too many pulling out when I'm not accounting for it, then they overdraw me. So I'd rather dole it out than have them come grab it. And then yeah. That's enough about bill paying. So let's see. I want to see what I can, I think I've got enough fabric pieces on there. This Amore, I don't think, because I got Chateau. I think I'm going to put Amore back in. And do I want any of these? I put those black leaves on. So I'm going to put these bits in back in my tin. I want to see what kind of I don't know, my charms or beads or buttons in my button boxes at the bottom of the barrel over there. And I don't think I want this. That's a chain. I don't think I want to put a chain on but this is pretty. I think this came off of Penelope. Where'd Penelope go? She said, no, she still has hers. So this is kind of pretty. I'll keep that one out. I need a button or a bead or something on there. Oh, let's see. You know, oh, I buried it. No, I didn't. Let's look in my whatnot box and see if I can find something to I haven't dug through my whatnot box. Where's my lid? Let's put the lid on here before I dump all my pins. Let's dump out my whatnot box and see if I have anything. I think the stuff that's in here is pretty clunky, but I might have something. I like to dump this out every now and then and see, what do you have in here, Meri? Bobby pins, matchsticks. I was making easels out of these matchsticks. Matchsticks. I have what's this? That's pretty thin. It's a smiley face pumpkin, I think. I don't really like it. There's a button. Here's a little sequence type thing. A little, I think these are real matches. I don't think it's a sewing kit. Matches. I should probably put those someplace else. Bobby pins, staples, a little bookmark, a big button, a swatch card, a huge button. Here's some tats. Oh, it's a tatted bobby pin. Let's take it off the bobby pin. Got some tats. Some googly eyes. I don't think I want Google eyes. A little something something. I like to go through here every now and then. This is a circle marker. That's a curtain. I hate those things on the drapes. They always break. Oh, I'm not seeing much in here. Glue stick. Here's a buttons on a ribbon. And I think I'm going to do cloth buttons. This one is pretty thin. I'll keep that out. I don't know about it. It's a sequin, one-eyed button. Paper clip. I think that's a rusty one. Yeah. Here's another small button. It's a brown one. Staple. Put that in my tin. Probably where it came out of. Not seeing much. This is a big white button. That would go nice on there, but I think I want the cloth buttons on my journal cover. So here's a interesting piece. inside. I don't see anything in here. A scissors cover. Let me pull these off. Oh, found a couple things. My tat. This is my very first sweat knot box. I made this when I lived in Wisconsin. I have a couple more that I haven't covered. I don't think I got much in there. Tea bags, I think. Should do something with tea bags. This is all tea bags that haven't been opened yet. We're not going to do anything with those. And I think the other one, let's see, what else do I have here? I've got these little, I found this. Let me get it out. I found these. I got these at Hobby Lobby one year. And I've been hoarding them. Now I can't stitch these on. I'd have to glue them on. Let's take 2 of them off. I've been hoarding them. And let's see. I'm looking for charmy stuff. Let me put this back. Let's see. I had gotten out some of, when I was making those bundles to hide in the ground, I got out some of the rusty stuff that I had started with rosemary. Oh, there goes the telephone. Rusting project. I think this is mostly paper. We'll just let it ring. I'm going to pull this out to show you, but I don't think there's anything in here I want. Oh, there might be. Rusty stuff. Oh, let it ring. Look at it. And I think I might take one of these and wash it out. I'm listening to the phone here. I think I'll take, hold on. Get a scissors that actually works. I think I'll take this, and this was rusted, but I think I'll wash it again to get the iron bits out. And you can see some of the paper clip stuff here. I'm going to keep this out. I'm going to wash this and keep that out. But I'm looking for, it looks like I actually started doing something here on these. Some of this is canvas. I don't know what that was. You can see the paper clip. This is that French fabric you get at Walmart with the French chairs. But I should be using gloves. This all should probably be washed before I use it. I just put it in there because I kind of came to a standstill. But looks like I started a tag here. And what do I have in here? This still has aluminum foil separating the pieces. Let's take this tag, and I don't know if there's anything I want to pull off of here. Let's see if there's anything else in here that is usable. This is pretty, isn't it? This piece. This is pretty. Maybe I'll wash this one out too. And use some of this in my slow stitch if you wash it. This is tape. Maybe I'll grab one of these and wash them. But it really rusted up nice. I had a recipe I got off the internet. I think it was hydrogen peroxide and something else. I'll have to find my recipe. Here's some dictionary paper. This is a doily or a stencil, I think. It was a stencil, one of those round stencils. But I never did make the journal. And I got another project. This was my own stuff. I've got another one that Rosemary sent, the caboodle, the rust caboodle, and I pulled the tiles out of it when I made those bundles to hide in the yard. If I can get this all back. Look at the rust dust. A lot of rust dust in there. I can get this all back in now. What time is it? 9:32. Give me a few more minutes here. I'll just put it like this and deal with it after the stream. And then this was the journal that she sent, but I think there's more to it than this. This is just what I have left. I've been pulling out of this stuff. I've been pulling out of it. She sent some pictures here. And I've been pulling, so this is not the complete. In fact, I don't think there's much left. This is a piece of tin to rust up. I don't think there's much left in this. I think I started the journal. It's here someplace. And then I got off onto my own. I don't want to put any of that. I was looking for something to put on here. Oh, what do I have? You would think that I have all sorts of stuff out. And I do, but not when I want it. Not when I want it. It's always in my way when I don't want it. I'm looking for charmy stuff. And I'm going to throw that away because that was in the rust stuff. Let me grab, I don't think there's anything in here, but we'll grab it. Let's see if I can find something in here. I think those are mostly beads. And where's mine? I had a sack of stuff, but I've been rearranging. Oh, there it is. It's in mine. Hold on, let me reach for it. Oh, it's heavy. And of course it's upside down. I don't think there's much charms in here though. I have to find my charms. I have to check my inventory sheet. Jump over this stuff. I haven't even showed you my slow stitching other than what we've done this morning. Let's see if I can find some charmy stuff to put on here. These are the things I got from Lindy and Sean. And I think they're mostly beads. I'm not going to pull them out here. I'll have a mess. And I'm going to see if I can find something to use. Might be something I can disassemble there. Wooden beads. Necklaces. Mostly beady stuff. And I'm not going to take the time to bead. I think Becky beaded hers. These are kind of neat, but they're punky. Alright, let's put this stuff back. I don't see anything. Let's check this. I just want some stuff to put on there. This is what I do. I get everything out to find two little bits. Ooh. What's this? I like them, but they're kind of clunky, but I do like them. And this is pretty. But for the cover of my journal, I don't want anything that's too... These are stones, I think. Rocks. I don't want anything that's too clunky. even if it's on the outside. I don't see anything in here. Oh, that's part of this. Hold on. Ah. I make a decision. Do I want these or not? I think not. I just have to get them out. Look. Let's see what I have in here. All rights reserved. I think these are more beads. I tucked beading in here. Beading. Beading. Oh, these might work. Let's get those out, see what they are. They're small enough. Put them in a decent place. I'm going to pull 2 of them out. And I'll promptly lose them. What's these? Is that a chain? Oh, my brother's up. He's going to be wanting to turn on the TV pretty soon. I'm going to pull 2 of these out. It's 9:38. So what have I done? The only thing I've done this morning is worked on BoHo and chattered to myself. You guys got to listen to me talk. I want to thank you all for coming in. There's a lot of streaming going on today. And so you won't be bored on a Friday. If you're bored, turn on your phone, join some of the chats, streams. Oh, luckily they were in bags. I'll have to pick all those up. That's what happens. I sort out and it doesn't do me any good. At least I got a path out of here. So what I worked on today, I'm going to get my heat gun out. I glued these scissors shut one day. I'm going to get my heat gun out and see if I can unglue them. I keep them there just to laugh at them. Tonight I'm going to do postcards. But this is what I worked on today. I think I'll just make this my thumbnail. That's probably about all I've got done. Tonight we're going to do postcards and I'll have a giveaway. If I find the piece I've already started, it's here someplace. I'll work on that. If I can't find it, I'll start from scratch. So, and I'll do the giveaway probably around 8:30 p.m. Central. What did Becky say? I'm waiting on the tea kettle to come to a boil for a cup of tea. Janet says, that's a good idea, Becky. Brenda says, I have several started caboodles in various stages of progress. I do too, and I haven't been following her for the last year. When I had doctor bill to pay, I kind of stopped following Rosemary and Keisha and Junk Journal because I was spending so much money. Let me zoom out a little. I was spending too much on stuff and I had doctor bill to pay. And that was when I did my cataract surgery. And so I kind of quit following them. Not that I don't appreciate what they do, because they do some wonderful stuff, but I get too, that stuff, I want it. I want it all, you know, and I got to watch my spending. So I kind of set the caboodles aside, but they're still here and I'll work on them when I work on them. I get sidetracked on so many different things. I was watching Dee Dee the other day Wednesday, I was watching her and she was doing her wonderful collage project on a box. Just, you know, and the minute I saw it, I said, oh, I got to go get me a box, you know, one of those wooden boxes. And I get to, I see you guys do it and I want to do it too. But I want to work on this boho. I want to get this done. So the only thing that's going on here now is the hexie, and I'm going to do some more stitching in here. I'm going to work on this afternoon. You can't watch the sales, yeah. Well, I did go to Janet Baum's, the one that Malia and Shelley had for Janet Baum. I did participate in that because that was for Janet. And, but the only other auctions I really go to now is when Pearl Brown has one. And she has them frequently, but I don't go to them all because, honestly, I don't know if I can get one more piece of fabric in this room. But, you know, the sales, you know, it's like, give me, and I got to quit because I got doctor bills to pay. So, but I understand them wanting to sell. I understand all that. So I want to wish you all have a really good day today. Have a super duper day. Go work on some slow stitch. Thanks for spending a portion of your Friday morning with me. Bye, everybody.